Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm here more with a craft with me today rather than a tutorial. I'm going to be making some Edith Holden tags to go in my little Edith Holden journals that I've been making. Yeah, I've been a busy bee. There's the one I did on camera, and these are the tags that I want to decorate. Yeah, I'm not doing them all the same, they're all going to be different in each journal. So I went on and I made, you've seen that one, and then I've made another 3 covers. Yeah, so we've got one there with the poppies, we've got one there with more butterflies because I just love butterflies, and then another one with some of the, I don't know if they're swallows or swifts, not sure, they're obviously not sewn yet. So yeah, that's what I've been doing today, and I've cut all the other bits out ready to stick on. So yeah, I'll start with these 2 out of here. I've got loads more strips of card. I end up with a lot of these, well, I used to end up with a lot of these strips because I used to make lots of greeting cards, invitations and such like, and when I cut a A4 piece of card down to make a square 5.5 by 5.5 card, I ended up with all these strips, and I never threw them away, I kept them, and I'm so glad I did now. I mean, there were far more than I could use just for mounting sentiments. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I've got my selection of Edith Holden books out here. I've got the Butterfly Garden book. None of the, well, those 2 are not new, I've been using them. And I've got 2 others that you might not have seen before. I've never used this one. I've had this copy a while. It's the Country Diary birthday book. And before I show it you, I thought I bought another copy. Oh, look at that. It was, yeah, it was described as the miniature birthday book, and I thought, oh, I wonder if that's what I've already got, the miniature one, because it's not as big as an Edith Holden book, but no, it really is miniature. I think it cost me £3. I don't know whether to just use it, but there are some cute little pictures in it. Like that one. Some of the pictures I think are ruined a bit because of the way the book's bound. But I suppose I could make a little journal, cute little journal out of some of this. But some of them are beautiful like that. They've made gorgeous journal cards or tags. But then I think it's not huge. Is it worth taking it apart? Look at that. That's my favourite. I've used that one to make one of the journals with the dog roses and honeysuckle. So yeah, that's that. So if you ever see this listed, the miniature one, be aware that it really is miniature. I'll measure it you. It is 3 inches by 4 and just under 4.5 inches. It's very cute though, really cute. This one, however, is much more usable. I mean, I love the cover inside. I'd be tempted to try and make a journal and use those inside covers as the outside of a journal, if you understand what I mean. Take it apart, use that as, say, the front, and then that. I don't know. Take a bit of thinking about that, won't it? But I'm sure I could do it. Yeah. And it's just a book for you to write birthdays down in, but it's littered with all these gorgeous illustrations of Edith Holden's. And yeah, look at that. You've got the title pages from the Country Diary book in a smaller format. I mean, even these cute little things, I'd punch those out with a circle punch and use those. Yeah, and on every page you've got a little quote. I don't know if every one of these quotes is in book. It can't possibly be. Surely it isn't. I'd have to read it and see, wouldn't I? But you could cut each one of those out and make a little, yeah, make a label. I could do that today for journal cards, actually. I could pick some of the pages that don't have gorgeous pictures on, like that one doesn't. Yeah, I'm going to take it apart now while I'm on camera and I'm committed, because I'm really terrible at not wanting to take a book apart initially. I mean, we've gone a bit digital now, haven't we? I don't keep track of people's birthdays in a book like this. I need Alexa to ring a bell and tell me, or I'll never remember. And even then, I often don't remember. Right, is that the page I wanted? Yes. So look at this. Oh, so yeah, I'm going to use some of these. I'll cut around them as little quotes to put on my tags today. I'll keep going with a quick little flip through the book. It's absolutely lovely. I love the colour of the pages as well. It's a really nice colour. Look at that. Even these are good for fussy cutting. I mean, you could even just cut those numbers out. And yeah, that could be a label on something. Every tiny little bit of this is going to be usable, isn't it? Yeah, every page has got a couple of fussy cuts on. You'd have to cut them in really close to get rid of the lines, but that's not an hardship, is it? I think the effort is worth it. That's another page that I can use. Which is that going to be in this signature? So I'm going to take this signature apart as well. I told you it went to tutorial, it was more of a craft with me. Yeah, just listen to me rambling and doing. I know some of you like that. It is Sunday. It's chilled. Yeah. Yes, all I've been doing this weekend is been packing up some orders ready to send out on Monday and doing those little journals. I don't know why I put a tag on that. Probably because I wanted to cut that little shrew out. I don't want to take any more of those out now. So yeah, just a quick flick for you. Look at that. Lots of the main pages in a lovely size. I mean, if you were to just use a page from here, a double page for a journal like that, it'd be the perfect size, wouldn't it? To incorporate in any journal. Yes, I like this. I'm going to keep my eyes open for another copy of this. I've had this one a while, I've just never used it. I'm flicking about, aren't I? That poor woodpecker that never gets used. Mushrooms. Starling. Don't know what they are. Some kind of apple. Acorns. I can recognise an acorn. So yeah, all the iconic pictures from the book are reproduced in here slightly smaller. I mean, I quite like that. In the actual book, that's far too purple and dark for my liking. But in this book, you can actually see are they pheasants, grouse? I don't know. Could be partridges. Some kind of bird. some kind of, yeah, game bird. Right, so that's that. So you've got an impromptu look through that. Right, I've sifted through and got a lot of pages out that I usually use for tags. That one. That makes a good tag. I think we've got that on one of the journals. Yeah, that, although it's a lovely picture in itself, it's far too big, so I tend to like to cut it down there and make a couple of tags. So I think that's going to be one. I don't want any autumn leaf tags. That can make a lovely tag. This one does. Yeah, I tend to isolate the dragonflies and then that as another tag. Same again. This one makes a couple of nice tags. You can even get this to have the flower names on. Cut it in such a way, should I say. Yeah, buzzy bees on the other side. So yeah, and yeah, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. I told you it weren't thrilling today. It's not a tutorial as such. I'm not going to learn you out you don't know. I'm going to grab my trimmer. Because I'm used to cutting this up for tags, I'm not going to use that light board, but it would be, yeah, a very good way to do it. So this makes a couple of good tags. So I'm going to come in and cut this. I like to cut just to that side of the butterfly. And I'm going to cut that off. And I like to cut this in a bit closer. This should end up being just the right size to fit on one of these bases. My bases are an 1/8 under 3. So if I cut these to 2 1/8, or 2 1/4, 2 1/8, That's going to make a lovely tag. Cut that around there. So that's cut at 4 3/4. And when that's just mounted on there, I'll leave a little bit there to make a tag shape at the top. We'll do some inking, and that's it. They're really simple, not rocket sciencey in the least. So I'm going to cut that down there. I'm not going to do long tags, so I don't think I'm going to get... Tell you what, I could cut the name off and pop it on the tag separately, couldn't I? Yeah. So, I forgot how wide we want these again now. We want them 2 and, yeah, 1/8. 2 1/8, that's going to be spot on. I'm not cutting out way up because I want to use that number. This one might end up being a bit tall for these journals, actually. It might end up being a reject. Yeah, I think I need to cut a bit more off there. So we're going to cut that one to 2. I always want to get this upside down as well. That's the bottom, that's the top. I think I'm going to cut this one again just under that flower, or it's going to be too big for my journal. So now it's 5 1/8. Hello? Hello, child. Thank you. Can you make me a cup of tea, please? Yeah, I've just had a delivery of Jakeman's throat and chest lozenges. Sorry for all the crinkling. Yeah, I'd run out. So our Bex has just bobbed to the shop for some. Now she's going to make me a cup of tea. Right, there we go. I'm sorted now. Yum. So, yeah, that's still a bit taller. I can perhaps get a bit off the top, make it down to 5. Yeah, so we've got 2 tags there. Right, and I can get a couple more off of this. Ooh, let's get that name. Small bindweed. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? There we go. I've got bindweed in my garden. If it creeps into neighbouring gardens, it'll probably not be too happy. But I quite like looking at me. I'm going to cut those names off first again. And we'll make that 2 1/8. We've got some of the grass there. I'll cut that down to 5 there. And I'll cut a little bit off top. So that one's cut to 4 1/2. There we go. I mean, not every tag needs to be the most amazing, spectacular image from the book. I don't think I'm going to use that one. Right, this one. I'm going to cut that off because I like to use these quotes in different ways. And I'm going to cut that side bit off. Cut right up to that dragonfly. I'm just going to punch out that number before we go do that. I found me the circle punch out that works. Works better, she says. Right, let's just. There we go. Can ink round that and pop it on the tag. So I'll try again now, cutting that. Punching well. There we go. So, how big's this going to be? If I cut it there, I can cut a little bit more off this side and we'll still get the dragonfly. So I'll cut that to 2 1/4. There we go. We've got the dragonflies and I'm going to cut a little bit off the top. And I'll cut some more off the bottom. And we've made this one 5. When I take a bit more off top, we've made it 5 1/4. No, 5 1/8. There we go. I want to frame that one. I mean, I could have made wider tags for these, but today I didn't want to. Right, that is going to be 2 1/4. There we go. I'll take a bit more off the top. Yeah, I might seem to waste a lot of little bits, but you can't make an omelette without freaking eggs, as they say, can you? Make that one 5. There we go. I think I'll leave that there. Let's start inking them and putting on some of these tag bases. I'll cut these after I've put these on. Some are going to have different size borders. That doesn't worry me. In fact, actually, I think I'm going to cut a bit more off right hand side of that. There we go. Let's ink round them. Oh, my cup of tea's just arrived. Service in this hotel is fabulous. Thank you, darling. Ouch. Ah, lovely. Cup of tea and sweets. Can't ask for better, can you? Right, I'm using my old favourite again, the walnut stain, distress oxide. And I'm going to use my Anitas to glue these on. It's very thick card, the paper's quite thick, shouldn't get any wrinkling. Did I have my pin in? I don't think I did. Oh. Anyway, thank you to all my new subscribers. I've had quite a few again over this last week or so. So that is really appreciated. Channel's coming along lovely. I'll just put a little bit all over. Yeah, I'm on to Edith Holden. Tania over at Tatty Treasures is going to be doing an Edith Holden weekend coming up soon. She'll be making a folio and putting a lot of her existing Edith Holden ephemera in it. So it got me thinking Edith. So that's why I've been doing Edith this weekend. Because I've not done any for a while. And I need to do some extra because I think I'm going to craft along with that when she does it. It's next weekend, I do believe. And she has now got a group, Tatty Treasure and Friends. I've always got the link to Tania's channel down below. I need to ask her how to put the link to a group in because I honestly don't know. But you can get the group link from Tania's channel. I tried copying the one off her channel and pasting it to mine, but it wasn't a working link. Right, I'm going to make that 5 3/4. And I'm still not sure if that's going to be too big for these little journals. If it is, I'll just put it in something else. Let's get one that's got a pocket in. It worked wonders. Let's have a look. I could use it, but it would stick out the top. I don't think I'd like that. So that one will end up getting used on something else. Not to bother. There's always something you can pop an Edith Holden tag in. So now I know I need to make these shorter as well. I'm going to take the dragonfly one down to just above that flower. I think I'm going to have the same problem with the butterfly one. So I'm going to take a little bit more off that bottom. That one's going to end up being far too large. I could cut it there. Yeah, I can. These are just becoming. I'm going to put it that way up. I'm not sure. I don't really care what way bindweed's supposed to go. It looks good that way, so that's the way it's going. And I'm going to chomp some off bottom of there. There we go. Right, let's ink this one. As long as I've got a good 3 or 4 tags at the end of this that fit in my journals, I'm an happy bunny. I can make some more off camera. I'm hoping to get these journals listed over the next couple of days. I didn't do as much work on them today as I intended. I didn't get up well 12, midday, lunchtime. What was that all about? Must have needed the sleep. I have very erratic sleeping patterns. I was mentioning it in comments to someone. I think living with 2 teenagers doesn't help. because they're like up till all hours at weekend, and then they're up again 6 and 7 o'clock in week for school. My body just doesn't adjust that quick. I can't do it, whereas they can. So yeah, can't keep up with teenagers. Right, that one will be lovely on there. I am going to ink around the edge of these cream bits of card. They're just a nice weight for tags. I'll stick them all on first, and I'll start going around them again from the first one I did to the last. That will have given the glue time to dry. So that's that. I'm going to pop this one on this end. Yeah, that's going to be top now, I've decided. I like it better that way. I mean, binding does grow up and grow down, doesn't it? So we can put it any way we want. We're boss. I'm the boss of my own crafting. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of kids getting up for school, they've got 3 more weeks left at school, and then it's 6-week holiday. How did that happen? Didn't seem like they've been hardly at school. Well, they've not hardly been at school for the last 2 years, have they? With lockdowns. I don't know if you ladies in the US have had the same. I don't know how it's worked over there. You're such a big country, aren't you? You're a bit like all your separate states are like all separate countries in Europe. That's how I think of it in my mind. So what happens in one state doesn't necessarily happen everywhere, does it? I think Britain's going to get there. Yeah. What better position could we be in to stave off the effects of a global pandemic? We are an island. Yeah. How did that go then? Well, no comment. No comment. Whee. There we go. So a lot less room on that, but it don't matter. It don't matter. I like it. So we'll do the Flutterby one now. Another piece of card. Was that the last one I did? I think it was, wasn't it? All that chopping. I just find those few pages I used are really good for making tags of any size. You can nibble them down to quite small. That's what I call it when I just keep chopping more and more off, nibbling. I've been nibbling them down. Right. And that's that. Right, there we go. Get the chopper back and see how tall these are going to be. Well, we know the journals, is it 6? Nearly 6, so we don't want so much more than about 5.5, do we? Oh, that's going to be good. That one's 4.5. That'll be fine. That one's going to be 5. That'll be fine. And this one, that will end up being, I'll make that 5 and a bit. 5 and a bit. We know that one's too tall. We could have chopped more off bottom had I not already stuck it on the tag, but hey ho. And that one can be 5 1/4. I'm going to crack my tag punch board out, seeing as I've got so many to do. And I just want to teen a little bit, cutting off the corner. So, yeah. Oh, it's dusty. Look at dust on that. It's been on my windowsill. You didn't see that dust, did you? These lines would be much better if they were dark and not just... So, I've decided I use it differently, but every time I go it out I forget. Well, it moved all my craft mat then. Oh, look. Don't tell me that's come apart again. That's it. When I push it in too hard in there, the whole casing is supposed to come apart so you can change your blade. I'm just a bit heavy-handed with everything, me. That's that. God, which one I lined it up on? That one, wasn't it? I think this card's a bit thick for it. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like it at all. That's better. Done it away from me. I still find it quicker than lining my credit card up when I'm doing a few. So I'm a happy bunny. I just forget how to use it every time I get it out. Which is not the best, is it? That's it. Do it away from me. I've done that on a different line, haven't I? So they're different. Silly woman. It does need some little mark there to... I might try and... Well, like I'm going to put something rubbery on there. I've not done that yet, have I? Why is it? What have I done wrong here? That's it. Go away, woman, not towards. They still don't match up. I must have not put it. I'm beginning to start to think this might be a little bit more trouble than it's worth sometimes. If you're doing thin tags and doing them all the same, you're okay. Right. These should be all the same because they're all the same width. I just need to remember which one I've put it on. It's because I can't read the little marks. Do you know what? There you go. I've put a pen. I got very angry where I threw that pencil, didn't I? I'm going to line them up to pencil mark. In fact, no. I don't need that much off. First pencil mark. Can you see what I've done? I've put pencil marks on it. That's better. And do it away. There we go. I've not put it back in, have I? That's what you've got to do. You've got to line the top up. And I was lining that bottom corner up that I'd just cut. Silly woman. I did tell you it's not a tutorial today. I went out in Headspace for doing a tutorial today, and I think that's become quite obvious, hasn't it? That one. No, it's a very thick card, this. It's about 300 GSM. I'll probably regret using the punch board for this. Might end up blunting my blade. Right, is that them all? No, we've got one more to do. It's much easier now. I've just put those pencil marks on. There we go. Done it. Right. Put you away well next time, mate. By which time I'll have forgot how to use you again. Right. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 5 tags. And we'll just give these the ink in. Ooh, I'm a bit mad with ink. Mind you, it's a craft colour journal. I didn't want to do cards in craft. There's enough craft on show. I'll just put a little bit of ink around back. That's still not right. That's better. It's only me can forget how to use something between using it. Me and my brain, we don't get on well at the minute. It's like a forgetful old auntie. Oh, I am a forgetful old auntie. Yeah, now quite a few of you have said it was a good idea to use the paper bags for journals, and you've got lots hanging about. And even someone did say they'd bought some once by mistake and now they have a use for them. I bought them intentionally to make some paper bag journals, but I made them totally different. And it wasn't until I saw someone doing that pocket that I thought, oh, that's a different way to arrange them and fold them. Right, so there we have those. I'm going to put holes in with my crocodile, which is, I thought it were already out. I don't like using the whole thing on the punch board if I'm going to use eyelets, because it's the right size for small eyelets, not large eyelets. The 3/16 inch eyelets that I use a lot of. That's all 5 done. Grab my eyelets. You can't go wrong with an eyelet, can you? It just adds something. I don't know, it seems to add a lot more than what it actually is, if that makes any sense whatsoever. It just finishes it off, doesn't it? Why is that stuck? Oh, I've got the actual tag in there. There we go. That's 2 of them done. I don't think, they just don't need anything else on. I don't want to go sticking labels or anything on them. Sometimes you just don't need it, do you? It's one of those less is more times. I like this one with the bigger border around. There we go. So if I've done 5 journals and 2 tags in each, I just need to do another 5 tags. Oh, one of these is too small, too long, so I'll need to do another 6. And then I'll have enough tags for all the journals. I'll bring this one back in that is finished, and let's have a look. See. And then I can decide what I want to put in top at tags. I think I might keep it simple. That's the one that's too tall. I may keep it simple and just go with twine. I do like that. There we go. I do like that. Yes, I do. I'm glad I went with that and not brown. What do I want coming out at top? I think I just want twine. I don't want any fluff. They're not fluffy journals, are they? No, they're not. I'm going to use twine. Do I want to use a bit of this twine with the gold in? I think I do. Yeah. Oh, it's getting low. So I'm going to cut a few lengths of this. I'll get them all cut ready. Yeah, I'll do this and then I'll decide I want them shorter. Hey ho. Go on, you can do it. Oh, I need a quick drink of that tea, I think. It's 2, 4, I've got 6 there. Oh, lovely. So, yeah, run it through double, woman. Double. So through like that. That's it. That's all I want. Simple. Really like that. Yeah, the length is fine. So you'll just see those little bits of twine with the gold thread sticking up the top. So when I've done recording, I'll finish these others off, and then I'll probably get them up in my shop tomorrow. I'll probably do a quick flip through all 5 so you can see each one. Right, so that's number, yeah, I like that. Just that little bit of twine sticking up. I can live with that.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Well, yeah, hello Gertrude. Gertrude, I've not made an appearance for a while, so She always appears to say she doesn't know. She knows nothing, does she? Nothing whatsoever. She's lucky I didn't trade her in this week for £2. £2. Yeah. I upgraded one of my Echo Dots because they were half price on Amazon Day. And I thought, oh, let's see how much it is to trade in the really old ones. £2 they were going to offer you. £2. I'm like, no, I'll keep it. It will do as a spare. So girls will now have a newer Echo Dot that listens to them and plays the music and their alarm a little bit louder. So, yeah, it was nice to hear from you there, Gertrude. So that's the first one. I like that. Quite simple, these are just so cute. They really are. So, anyway, yeah, that were a craft with me, not a tutorial. And I will see you again tomorrow with something else. If there's anything else, because I have just come to the end of a project, I have got another one planned. I'm going to be crafting along with Tania. If there's anything you would like to see me do in particular, let me know. And if I can do it, I will do it. So there you go. Pop it on the community page as well. I might actually do a little post on there asking you what you would like. Yeah, that's a better idea. But at any time, if there's anything you want to see me make, just pop it in a comment. So thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, if there's any left by the time this video goes up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.